Report as phishing. If you are unaware, phishing is using dubious links online that can steal data, allow shady people access to networks, and other nefarious internet deeds. The IT department where I work sends us phishing tests. And if anyone is tricked into clicking the link, they have to go through the online training that we've all already done. My boss has had to do it multiple times, which is a bit funny and also a bit damning of the training. However, the IT department sends these tests using their official, unaltered email address, so even if you check diligently who the email is from, hover over the link to see where it goes, and check the calendar. They've used events on the calendar to target certain individuals with incredibly specific and sensitive information. You could rightfully think the email is safe. Well, I got one that was obviously from them that I thought was a test. Copied the link rather than clicking it, and I still got flagged by the system. I found this annoying, and honestly I think it potentially makes people worse at spotting actual phishing attempts. Now I just report every email I get from IT as phishing. My previous employer also had a short class on how to spot phishing techniques. They were frequently sending out emails as tests for phishing. Sad to say, I clicked on one and had to retake the class. I must have been put on a list as a gullible person, because I got those test emails about 3x as often as my coworkers. Our HR sent out some email with a lot of misspelled words, and the HR person didn't have the company logo in their email signature. Dozens of people reported the email as phishing. HR had to send out a follow-up email about 30 minutes later, stating the earlier email was legit. Please excuse the typos. Well, all the phishing emails I get come from this one address. Of course I report it. Wait, you're telling me that the company will pay me to sit in a chair and retake training? That I'll already know. I think you missed the opportunity for the malicious compliance. I'll happily play your silly little games for my salary. No work is getting done in the meantime. A few years ago, my university's IT outsourced their phishing training to some third-party company. Without telling anyone, that company sent us all an email that was basically just a link in an email entitled phishing training. Myself and at least another 50 people all reported it as a phishing attempt. I know this because the IT email thanked the more than 50 people who retorted it as a phishing attempt. When you say you copied the link instead of clicking it, you mean you still opened the link? Can I ask why? And those are usually personalized links, so they can be sure. Because copy-pasting a link from a phishing email isn't really any safer than just clicking it. It reports suspected phishing. Also IT. You're sending us too many emails. Stop reporting suspected phishing. Also IT. Aha. You did something completely safe that we set up to be flagged. Gotcha. My former job did the same thing. Although our training was actually pretty good. As someone who was relatively familiar with spam and phishing, I was super excited when IT announced they were hosting a contest to design a phish. The rules were pretty dumb. Like you couldn't use any actual logos or copywritten images. Which I get, but people who make these obviously do. So, being pretty familiar with the programs most people in our company used, I faked some text-based, "Your Adobe Acrobat subscription is about to expire. If you don't click the link now, your account will be permanently suspended for non-payment. Please contact your administrator for more info." Apparently that last sentence really got people because they were like, well, if it were spam, they wouldn't tell me to contact an admin. And I won the contest. It was a minuscule prize of a company shirt. But it was still funny. End pointless story. Thanks for reading. Our IT sends out phishing tests all the time too, but they use our supervisor or manager's email for it, and it is always an email about our evaluation. So now I tell them if they don't tell me in person, then it will be ignored. Also, a friend in the IT department asked me why I haven't been reporting those emails. I told him that I simply delete them, lol. My company did similar training recently and more on passwords etc. Then they rolled out some new upgrade that resulted in 50% of the company being locked out of their computers for a bit, which meant password resets all around. Everyone got the same password. It's coming up on 90 days when everyone will have to make new passwords. It's going to be awesome. I'm bringing popcorn. I do the same thing. I report all IT emails as phishing. I recently got told I don't need to report every email and can just block them after I reported 10 in a day. I was just following the policy. Report every suspicious email from an unknown sender. My company does the same thing. And I respond the same way you do. Except when I'm expecting an email from IT for something specific that I've reached out to them for. First, if they use something like that to bait me someday, I'll be filing a complaint. I got one of those tests from my employer's IT department and forwarded it to their spam reporting email address and still got dinged and had to do mandatory retraining. Today we got an email saying that after failing a certain number of their tests, you will face disciplinary action for putting their data at risk. Report that someone from IT keeps trying to phish you to management. I wonder if you could send the same link to IT and see if anyone in IT clicks on the link, lol. Yay. The metrics had me click on the mail when I cut and pasted the link to further explain in the email to the reporting team. I was pretty pissed. And same. Just forward email and forget it from then on. I'd told my husband about phishing and clicking on links. He also had some of that IT training. Eventually he stopped opening emails that he didn't know who sent it. He is the only one that didn't get caught in the last round of phishing training. The links in the emails to take the training, he never opened. He also never opened the phishing emails. My work does the test phishing emails and congratulates you when you report it. But when I report a non-test email, I hear nothing back. I want to know if it really was a phish attempt or not. If not, then I may need to actually pay attention to the email. The trick is don't open any emails, then you never fall victim to random mandatory training. Wait, copying a link doesn't flag you for anything. You had to do more than that to get pinged. We run phishing campaigns all year and the only ones who get pinged for anything are those who click the links in the emails. Or for whatever reason copy and paste the link in the browser and then go to it. So, clearly you did more than you're letting on here. Not MC.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.